Ninjago Dragon's Rising Season 4 was an amazing season, so I was planning to recreate it in 4 minutes with stop motion. But that was more difficult than expected, so I scrapped that video. But since I made so many props and characters for that video, I will be showing them here. So here is Dragon's Rising Season 4 Part 1 made in Lego. For this video I had to make 30 whole characters. Master Wu, Lloyd, Kai, Cole, Jay, Zane, Nia, Aaron, Sora, Wildfire, Frak, Gyo, Pixel, Euphrasia, Frahiki Bonzel, Ryu, Maro, the Mutation Monster, Fire Monster, Ice Monster, Dr. Laro, 2 Loyalists, Empress Batrix, Evil Lloyd, Raz with the 3 Source Dragon icons, Agent Donovan and 2 Administration Agents. For this video I also needed to make a J bike, Ryu, a Cole mech, a Zane or Nia flyer, the Empress, Batrix mech, the Ark Dragon of Life, Rontu and a mini version of Rontu and Eaglet in the Spectral Lands. I actually made this bike before I was thinking of the video. It is supposed to be there for the Rapton and J card that appear in the show. It has a function like the mystery bike, where the blades can go up and down when ridden. The back wheels aren't very sturdy and J could fit there nicely, so could Rapton. I used these pieces and some gold detailing in the back and these golden blades. That's it for the J car. So, before Ryu would turn big, I would use this piece, and when he'd get bigger, I'd use this piece. He has the pterodactyl wings from like a Jurassic Park Lego set. And on his tail he has the Spinjitzu spinner piece and a sword that can go into his mouth like that. His eyes are there from sticky notes which I put on this brick piece and I gave him golden horns. I also made this before the show, just from the set leaks. I also didn't make this for the stop motion with the J bike here. These 2 builds are from the LEGO Build Your Own Adventure Ninjago books. Originally this Cole mech was green to be like the one in the book. And this Zane flyer didn't have the gold and it can transform like this flyer. This Cole mech is supposed to be there for the Cole Golem form in the show. And this Zane flyer is for when Zane when he is in his helicopter flying to Lloyd in the Whispering Wood. I gave Cole this sword, and on the back he has some detailing, and a place to put the sword into this clip. Cole can also go in it when you remove the pieces and put him on those 2 studs. The feet aren't very stable as you can see it for the Zane or Nia flyer, but more for Zane for the stop motion. It could transform to this bike just like how it showed in the book, and it can use these shooters and Zane can go there in the back. But it's supposed to be in its drone form like this so that Zane can fly into the Whispering Wood. I also made this mini version of Rontu and Eaglet for when they're in the Spectral Lands with Moro in the back. I didn't want to make the full big version of Eaglet for this one scene, so instead I decided to make them both mini for when they're in the Spectral Lands. This is Eaglet, or mini Eaglet, and this is Rontu. Rontu has a slightly longer neck, but they're about the same size. Those are the wings. This backdrop is for the Spectral Lands. This is the Rontu I made. Her neck has limited possibility, but I'd argue that it's still longer than the real set. There are these 2 lanterns hanging from her horns and her coral eyes. She has an openable mouth and she has 2 shorter wings coming from her shoulders. Her tail has a golden sword at the end. The 2 front arms are identical and both use these golden robot arm pieces and are connected by those large ball joints and these black Evo pieces. I have a limited number of purple and dark blue parts. That's why there's lots of black on this build. The hind legs are connected with ratcheted joints and they're also identical from both sides. They have different the claws on the feet than on the front legs and they're connected to the leg. The feet are connected to the leg from this other large ball joint. That's about it for Rontu. This is the Ark Dragon of Life I made. I made a separate video making the Ark Dragon of Life and that Ark Dragon of Life was a bit bigger but also a bit too big to do for stop motion. So I broke it and made this smaller version. It has a pretty similar head. It has these big wings on both sides, obviously coming from the shoulders. It has a neck covered up by these 10 pieces. The neck is connected, the head is connected to the neck via ratcheted joint and the neck is connected to the body via a ball joint. The wings are trans green from the Lloyd's Titan Mech 2019 set, and I put these golden Evo pieces, though they're not accurate, to fill up the space, and in the back there's a tree branch coming out of the tail to make it look like the Ark Dragon of Life. There's also the front legs which are identical and have white claws, same with the back legs but these are actually flipped around. As you can see, all the legs use the Evo pieces from one of Lloyd's mechs from Core. The underbelly is tan just like the official set. And this build is absolutely different from the Ark Dragon of Life video I made. The last and most difficult build I had to make was the mutated monster Empress Batrix mech. What most people do is that they just take the original Empress Batrix mech from its fight with the Jade Dragon, and just add a mutated arm to the side. But that's not accurate, so I had to make the whole Empress Batrix mech from scratch. The most accurate part are probably the arms. First we have this arm which uses this rubbery Lego piece, and connected to the hand, even though in the show it's more of a wrecking ball, which isn't very accurate. On top we have these black claws coming out from the mech. In the show, these claws come from all over, and there are about 15 in the show. In the back there are these tentacles coming from the back and some swords. On the next arm, just like in the show, it's dark red and black from the top but more gold at the bottom, and you can also see the custom weapon desolation I made from the show. The mech has these tan teeth coming out from the cockpit which I also made. I didn't truly care for the Empress Batrix minifigure inside since in the show she's a part of the mech, so I just gave her the ZX armor piece forward because there wouldn't be space for it in the back. The legs are probably the least accurate thing in this mech. They are both symmetrical and have the black claws coming out from them. In the show I'm pretty sure that there's 2 on this side and 1 on this side, but I didn't have enough black claws for that. And also in the show, each foot has a 3 black claws coming from it, but I didn't have that many black claws, so instead I put 1 on each foot on the inside. This arm is connected by a big ball joint and can move a lot. This one's connected by a Mixel mini ball joint, which is actually a bit small to hold up the weight of this arm. So sometimes it just falls down like that, which was a bit of a problem. That's it for the Empress Batrix mech. That's it for the builds. Between when I had the idea and filmed this video to now, a couple of things have changed. LEGO released their own Empress Batrix season for minigear and mech. And Brick Legends created what is probably the best Empress Batrix mech to be made, but I still like mine. But mainly, another LEGO channel had the idea, and created their video about this exact same topic before me, but that is just a coincidence. And also 99.4% of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you're in that 99.4%, please subscribe. Anyways, remember to like, share, subscribe, and bye.